childhood memories of things.
Car.
Good.
Mostly skateboarding.
Okay.
You know, when I was young, I don't know someone who played with me, ping pong, so I play against the wall.
Ah, see?
Tennis. We used to do tennis that way.
Yeah, and I had Spain.
Okay. Throw with your right, hit it with your left. Throw with your left, hit it with your right.
There's your wall.
Yep. I don't have another one. We can rotate. No. Somebody, there we go. Dong's got this out pretty well.
Quick.
And we're standing at 2 meters away. Yeah.
Question: does anybody here play tennis?
No.
Used to.
Used to?
Yeah, I play it on the table.
Table tennis? Yeah, we have a ping pong in our apartment if anybody ever wants to play. But I was gonna say I've been looking for a tennis partner because it's good for agility
Yeah, for sure.
and cardio.
And you're still loose.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
right.
I
Hey,
used to
no,
do-
there's space over here, that way you don't have to worry about the
Oh yeah, here it
bags,
comes.
because if it bounces back low, it hits the bag.
My dad has been trying to teach me like how to play tennis, and he bought the rackets and the balls and everything.
Really?
But I haven't.
I'll play with you.
But I haven't. I'm just like I'm busy.
I was
sleeping.
My husband was gonna teach me how to play tennis, and then after we went, he decided to throw one. I'll be like,
No, I don't want to compete because I used to compete. I don't play tennis. But I just want to like hit, you know, have
Just get in there and yeah.
a good rally together. It's great. It's such a good sport for crossing your conditioning.
when this is over, my
And more fun and,
I
you know,
let the shit.
We'll go another minute or so, and then we'll, or 2 more minutes, sorry. 2 more minutes, and then we'll go ahead and get some footwork in, instead of like, you know, side to side,
a little
and
rock.
all that stuff. Then we'll stretch,
No, that's
then
mine.
we'll,
sorry, Don. You're just right in the line of fire.
work on some combinations.
What is it?
I said we'll do this for 1 more minute now, and then we'll do some footwork, instead of like doing running and all that stuff, we'll do footwork, it's good cardio. And still learning. Then we'll start, we'll do a stretch, and then we'll hit stuff.
And I'm sure that everybody already saw there is a big training event in South Carolina. And
When?
April, I'll tell you the weekend later.
Okay.
But they're gonna have I think one of the Ukrainian fighters come. It's gonna be really good. So if anybody can make it,
Yeah.
2 days at Trey's.
What's the cost of the event?
I don't think there's a cost for this one. Or maybe there might be like a meal plan cost, like $25.
Oh, that's not.
So what they're doing is there's a Warlords Combat
Yeah.
Academy in Texas.
Oh, but look at my.
Or no, not Warlords, sorry. Warlords will be teaching at a Midwest practice that the week before, and that's like $110.
Oh, give me the ball.
That's so cute. That one's like, that's a lot of money. I'm not really into traveling right now for that. But the very following weekend, it's like in conjunction with that for the southeast region. So,
Okay.
yeah, so.
Oh my gosh, I love
I'm just used to like, training camp,
I made
$600.
that.
Training
No,
camp, $800. Like, so I was like,
I
how much
love
is
the
that?
Nothing like that.
And Monique and I, we went to my
I
mom's
don't
property,
think
I
we're
did
gonna
all
see
of
anything like that in our,
and
she
she
Wow.
got a
not in our generation.
Oh, okay.
Or
I will
maybe eventually, but that's,
Yeah.
no.
And yesterday,
Like, the one got that picture over there on the bottom, the woman, I paid him to come. I paid him, but I paid him $4,000 for Saturday.
Yeah, no,
And then I still made like $3,000, but.
there's not enough.
So, but the point is that, like, everybody, and I made it affordable for everybody. I made it only $60 because I was like, alright, all these people. But the point was like, oh, you can like get a bunch of people, and because he flew from the UK.
Right. No, that's not around here in Florida.
So that's why I don't know why I just automatically go to that. So I'm like,
Yeah, that's understandable. I get it. That's for
my dad.
He loves to like do
No, it's just
stuff
that
like on the little
rental
box
car.
that there's a home with his growing flowers and orchideas and stuff like that.
Last time everybody does. It's good fun.
it's like a,
Yeah, for sure.
And they always have soft
old school head tonight kind of.
Yes.
Go through.
Do you use razor to shave your head?
Yes.
Oh, it's hot in here, son.
Okay.
You're killing me.
Just keeps everybody loose.
Everybody's melting.
Everybody's melting.
Feels good. What are you talking
People do, you know, Bikram yoga. We just do Florida yoga, taekwondo. Or not taekwondo.
I just did all the taekwondo I was ever going to do.
Ah.
I like how you complain when you spend like the last 2 weeks outside every day.
Well, I was outside when there's a breeze and all that. It's not in here like
You're
that.
sitting in
Regulation. You guys are big box fans.
No, because I was out in the yard, that's different.
Oh, I meant for in here.
Yeah, oh, that's a good one.
I mean, I'll,
I do have smaller ones. Alright guys, that's good.
And I'm running out of food, so quiet.
Alright, so let's face the mirror. Do a little bit of footwork. We're going to go through the ones that are more practical towards steel fighting. We're not going to do spins and stuff like that, even though it's fun. Alright, so we're just going to, no bouncing. Well, I mean, no, we don't have to bounce. Alright, we're going to, can't help it, I just go right to bouncing automatically. We're just going to switching our stance, alright? So we'll switch. So look at yourself in the mirror. Think about how your position would be. I mean, like obviously Taekwondo, where we will keep our body a little bit more to the side. But in steel, you got your shield, your hand, or maybe an axe. So maybe you're in this position and switch. Maybe it's a little bit more square, but just be mindful of your hip, whatever your style is. Yeah, just get used to moving your feet quickly. All right. So I'm gonna give you a number. You're gonna go ahead and switch 20 times total. Don't rush through it. Just take your time and switch. Think maybe you're blocking something, you're switching, and getting a better position to hit. All right. 20 times. I'll automatically taking those things.
No, the other one's there.
Okay.
I think I dropped
I
it.
got it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. If you're not at 20 yet, that's fine, all right? So next is another basic one. We're advancing. We're just gonna step in, all right? Step forward onto our point. All right, we'll go 10, and then we'll switch and do 10 on the other side. All right, so again, just walk forward, but be aggressive. Remember, when you're stepping forward, we don't wanna make our step kind of round. It's direct, straight through, okay? Straight through, just like you're gonna walk through, okay? All right, let's go. Push through. Maybe you're closing a gap, they're hitting you with strikes, come in and clinch with them, right? Get inside, maybe you're ready to hit. Or take them down. Visualize what's happening. Cut off their attack, they got a longer weapon. Get inside, towards their hand. Nice. All right. So you guys all just did it, but it wasn't a conscious effort, right? So stepping back, evade a kick, or yeah, maybe a kick. All right, evade some sort of strike. Okay. So push back. Really think about where you're pushing from, where your energy's coming from. Pushing off that front toe, pushing off that front foot. Straight back, evading, getting out of the way, or maybe clearing space for one of your teammates who needs to, I don't know, get in there, whack somebody with a bigger stick than you. All right. So we're here, push back. Stepping out of a clinch. You're in grappling position, they don't want any more of it, you don't want any more of it. You're free, step out quick. And number 10 beside.
Oh, God.
That's good. All right. Sliding. Now that I've worn armor and moved around and fought and stuff like that, sliding is still good. It's still good where you want to advance, but if the more tired you get, the more likely you are to trip up over your own feet, right? So be mindful when you slide. You are pushing with your when you're sliding forward, you're pushing with your back foot and lifting and kind of reaching out with this foot. All right, they move almost at the same time. So we're here, push, slide forward. You're not going to advance as far as you would with a step. So if I'm here on this line, I'm pretty much advancing like half a meter as opposed to stepping through almost a full meter, right? For myself, my size. Yeah, everybody, you're going to go further than I would, right? But that's the idea, right? Sliding is halfway, but you're maintaining this side. I want to stay in my right fighting stance, so I'm going to slide forward because I need to get closer. Okay, so let's go with 10 slide forwards on each side. Push. All right. Good. This is excellent. Clinching and not giving up the position of your leg and getting tripped. Taken out. And then of course we'll go slide back, right? Getting out of the way. Ah, yeah, you're going both. So just get out of the way. So boom, just a little half of a space back. Ready? Let's go. So now of course the weight has shifted from being mostly back like this. That's why you want to start 50-50, right? Middle. And then you can decide, okay, I can lean in something's coming, push out, right? So we're loading our weight slightly onto our lead leg to push back. Alright, weight distribution is important when you're using footwork. So I have all my weight here, my sliding back is so slow. So I put my weight center and then shift to the front a little bit, just like 10%, not even, then you're gonna 60-40. Evasion, evasion. Or get people to chase you down the field. The tedious side of all fighting is footwork. Same thing over and over and over. Oh, knows all these. Alright, we're going to go for our pivots. This one is, we're not really getting off of this line, this attack line, but we're just kind of circling. 90, okay? Pivoting in. There's pivot in, pivot out. Alright, so we'll go ahead and practice them both at once. Be a little bit more time efficient today. Alright, you guys, yeah, go get some water if you need. So I'll keep explaining, you guys just watch. Look, the back leg is moving 90 degrees in. Alright, you're fighting with somebody, move 90 degrees out. We'll do both at once, okay? So we're here, 90 degrees in. Remember that when you pivot out, we don't want to cross over our back leg. We don't want to crisscross our legs. Alright, so make sure that you're just moving and you're keeping yourself a little bit more square. So we're here, you're fighting, doing whatever, boom, and then you're staying in that position to strike with everything. We don't want to just be hands. We want to be able to move our legs and kick with them. And if you're in a position where you can still kick with your legs, then you're going to be in a position to move and get out of the way because your legs are going to be in the most efficient position possible, right? So we're pivoting in 90 degrees. You think of whatever, pivot out 90 degrees, okay? Pivot in is moving towards our open side, our chest side. Pivoting out is moving towards our our back side, right? All right, so let's go. We'll do 10 on this side, 10 on the other, right? Ready, go. Pivot in, 90, and pivot out, 90. Alright, so that lead leg is important. You're swiveling on that front foot. But moving freely in the sense where the ball is what's making contact. Your heel should always be moving. We don't want to put unwanted strain on our knees. We don't want to put unwanted strain on our hips. So that ball, that foot is always turning, right? Especially with extra weight on, you don't want strain on those joints, okay? We got to keep everything safe. Just 10. Pivot in, pivot out 10 times. And it's 2 sides.
When I pivot out, I feel like I pivot out and then I turn that to wrong, right?
Yeah, because what it is most of your weight is towards the back of your foot. It needs to be towards the front of the foot. Yeah, so you got to be light. So we're here. If you look, my heel is barely touching the floor. Here, all right. Even if you're more flat, just shift onto the ball, onto the ball of the foot. So yeah, there you go, like that. That's it. And this is good conditioning as well. I mean, in training, we're on our toes the whole time. And then obviously, you can just last. Your calves are going to get stronger, your ankles are going to get stronger, you're less likely to twist and sprain them because they're always being worked out right now. your leg may be sore tomorrow, but normally in like Taekwondo, we're always like this, we're just bouncing. And you bounce for like 3 hours and it doesn't faze you, but that's because but in the beginning of bouncing and being told, don't stop bouncing, keep bouncing, stay on your toes, you get tired. But after a while, it's like, okay, no. I used to roll my ankles like every week at training, and then it would bounce, 2 calf raises, bounce, 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 and then I knock on wood, I haven't rolled my ankles in years. So. Nope. And the 2 fanciest ones that we'll do for, we'll separate these because they're both different. This is cutting to the side. It's exactly the same as pivoting in, but we're getting off of this line. All right, so some big attackers come and we're pushing off of that center line, right? So it's light sliding back and pivoting in combined. So we start to lean to our lead leg, or maybe we're already centered a little bit more over our lead leg. We reach out with this foot and slide out of the way, okay? So that's it. You're getting off of that line. The train is coming, just step off the track, all right? Don't try to go back, because then you should still get it down, all right? So same thing, all right? Push off that center line.
And then to reset.
And then just walk back to reset. If you wanna, or you can just, I'm still fighting here, and just go in a big circle.
Yeah.
It's up to you. They're 90-degree moves, so you're just moving 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, okay? But if you want to kind of look at yourself when you do it in the mirror or whatever, it's fine. Just reset. And this is great when they think that they got you and you move. And you can just blast somebody so hard because everything is where you were. So if you feel that when you push to the side, this leg is kind of going straight, just keep your knees, your thighs engaged, push, and you can pull it underneath you a little bit more, okay? So we don't want to leave that leg hanging out there. That's dangerous, all right? For just your own, sake of messing up your joints, right? So we're gonna pulling it in and be ready. I'm almost here when I finish, and then you can lunge in if you need to, of course, all right? So there's pushing out to the side and pulling that leg a little bit. There you go. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, just 10 per side, everybody. Let's get it out. Cut. There you go. Get out of the way. We're gonna work on these the next one and this one in a little bit with evasion. I'm gonna hit you guys with a noodle. Or you go, we can partner up. You guys hit each other with a noodle or a sword or whatever. Yeah, it'll be good. Alright, next one is L step, alright? This is similar to this and that side movement, because we were moving to the side. The reason for this, instead of just cutting to the side, I'm maintaining that right fighting stance, and I'm cutting to the side, I'm still in my right fighting stance. This one is if you need to switch positions, right? So instead of getting there and then switching, we'll just switch on the way there. So we're here, alright? And you can see I'm in the opposite position now. So also, it depends on which way they're coming. You can evade to the opposite direction. So I'm starting my right fighting stance. Instead of going right now, I'm going left. The simple way to break it down is you're making an L, right? Back leg goes to where the front leg is. Front leg goes out. But the only difference now is from the momentum of how well you push, you kind of offset yourself, so you're not on this line, you're a good foot or so away from that spot, right? So you're really clearing that space of anything that's coming at you. So we're here, whatever, get off that spot. So one more time, if you were to break it down slow, 1, 2. And then rewind, put it back in, 1, 2. But now I'm pushing, and I'm moving this one to switch out of the way. There we go. This one is really good if you want there, like, for instance, he comes with, I know you're lefty, so okay. So he comes at me this way, and I can get away from it and catch his side and towards his back, right? It's really good if it's in that. Even though you can go straight up the middle if you go towards his inside, but that means we're moving towards, if you're left, I'm moving towards your attack. And I'm still probably going to get hit in the arm or something. I'm just completely, whoops, sidestepping it and getting out of the way. My feet were wrong, but I switched it. Okay, right? Let's go. And you can practice it going back and forth. You're getting both sides. You can do 20 if you want straight. I'm here. Now I'm doing my right side L step. I'm here, my left L step. All right. Right. Good. Nice. Oh, what the hell is that? Nice. That's really good. Here, then. Here, yes. Here. Here.
So if I want to
If I'm striking you, yeah, that way. So you're in a right fighting stance. So I'm here, 1, and then look, you have all of this. I would have to turn and reset. Maybe I could come back in this way or something. But yeah, if I'm just still, even if I'm just swinging at your head and not really giving up too much, but my arm is still here. You can trap my weapon now. You come in, whatever, and then I'm trying to punch you or I have a shield or whatever, right? That's what I would think. All right, good. So let's go ahead and partner up. We're gonna do a mirror drill, right? Mirror exercises. So Paolo, come here real quick. We'll do a few. We're not gonna go crazy, do too many, because I also want to do evasion, getting out of the way of weapons. All right. So we're gonna do the first one, switch. All right, and then switch. So we're maintaining that stance. Somebody's trying to get the advantage for Taekwondo. If like they switch first, then you can just hit me in the openings, right? Or in the soft spot, right? I don't know where the soft spot would be in armor. You probably know better.
Anywhere you hit.
Anywhere. Like the bread and butter, like where you hit somebody and they're like,
As far
oh,
as a strike,
probably like back here, right?
and is this from a close range?
Yeah, this would be like weapons range. So
Yeah.
so like I guess we're like here.
So for
So
that, it's maybe like here. But
Clavicle.
honestly, that's probably not gonna phase. There's really.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, there's few like. I try to think of it as knocking them a little bit off balance somehow with your strike, but
Yeah.
you don't want to ever hit them and expect that to go up.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It
Doesn't happen.
Maybe a good face punch.
Yeah,
or
that would be
a
ideal.
well-placed hit to like a knee or something to here.
Okay.
Basically, wherever there's a crease.
So
or
so you can still kind of get in there, and push
Yeah.
and things like that if people are, especially if they're pushing with the front leg. But
Or
anyways,
if you're
for
held up against a rail, that would definitely be really.
yeah, for the sake of basic fighting,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So we're just gonna mirror.
It's still good.
Yeah, we're gonna mirror each other. So I just, since it switches, we'll go 10 times because it's both sides. So we'll just switch, and we're here, switch. Also, this is a time to look at your opponent, read their shoulders, read their hips. I mean, when I fight, in forever, in Taekwondo, and even now with armored, it's a little different because there's certain shields and stuff in the way, which I like because then you can hide your own movements. When you watch somebody, I never watch their face. In this, you can't
No.
watch their face, you can't see.
Yeah.
And some people watch their feet.
I
That's
always look right.
yeah, exactly. Shoulder. I think of it as a rectangle or a box. You look at these two and these two. So I'll break it down from my understanding so you guys can relate it to what you know. If I throw a kick, I can tell what kick, or when they throw a kick, I can tell what kick they're gonna do. Right? If they dip their shoulder in, I know that they're gonna hit me with a back kick most of the time, especially if it's the lead shoulder. If their lead shoulder drops back and their opposite hip comes forward, I know they're coming straight in with a back leg. If I see their shoulders dip back, but there's no twist, I know it's gonna be front leg, exactly. So that's essentially the same thing. So in steel, you know people kind of go straight in with the swords. So if you see this motion, both sides moving forward, you know that they're coming straight on with a nice sword attack or something like that. Axes are going to be way easier to read, but then you have to manage that distance, and that's a little trickier, I would think, to do. We don't see too many kicks, but if you see a kick, it's hips and shoulders are going to drop back. It would be almost the same as the weapon strike, except that this won't go forward more so than the hip. The hip will start to travel at the same time. So, but right now, while you're just looking, just kind of look at each other's shoulders and hips. So if you guys want to partner up, so we'll just do switch, and then I'll tell you the next one, and the next one, and the next one. All right? Let's go. Mirror. Be the mirrored fighter. Skyrim. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's just
Oh, I thought you were, I don't know.
keep going, keep going. That was just...
I think really, yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to go super fast. No, starting close, in close stance. Alright, so close stance means we're, come here.
Yeah.
We're both facing the opposite direction. So I'm right, she's righty. If we were to go to the vitals, right, I would have to switch to try to get in there. Then now we're in open position, right? Because we're both in the same side. So for the sake of what we are practicing normally, I can throw my back leg and she can throw her back leg. Because we can't be in open stance and be defended. Well, you can defend yourself, but once you're in open, everybody's open. It's not one or the other, right? And then same thing with closed. Now we're both closed. So if I throw my back leg, she can easily, in this case, move her back leg out of the way. But she can try to kick me because now, once I throw my kick, I'm in open position as well, right? But same thing kind of goes, that's her shield arm if she's right. And I try to get a good strike here, I'm here. But if she switches, even though I think that she would have to reach in a little bit more with a shield or just kick me in the face, right? That would be ideal. Ready?
So we want to maintain close stance.
Yeah, close stance, you got it, yeah. So, meaning right leg forward, left leg forward, left leg forward on both sides. There you go.
On both, okay.
Yeah,
So like this, right?
Yep.
there we go. And then if you're switching and you're not too concerned with their attacks, think of how you would move when you're right leg forward, what would you attack with?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, if you were left leg forward, how would you attack? If you're right leg forward, how would you attack? You get more reach when your sword arm is forward, right? But you don't have generally you don't have as much power. Front style is speed, but less power. Back side is power, less speed.
I don't know.
Alright, good?
I don't
That's
know.
fine. That's
I'm just
outcome.
watching you, and when
Alright,
I feel like
next,
I'm gonna switch.
we're gonna do that step forward and step back, okay? So this one's more practical. It's a distance drill, okay? So I will say I'll do the first 5. I'll initiate. So I'm gonna step forward. She's gonna step back, and then she'll step forward, and then I step back. So I'll start, or I started, and then we're going back and forth. We're initiating. We want to maintain that space. Don't get caught here a little bit late, right? So go. Step forward, step back with your partner. Mirror each other, maintain that space. You know your zone.
What?
So we're like this, then if I step forward, you step back, and then you step forward and I step
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, there you go.
And then vice versa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just keep going.
Like that.
I thought we were
Whoever's
doing
stepping forward, I messed up. Whoever's stepping forward is going to be, whoever has to step forward next is going to initiate. So we're just going to go off of the basic one step back instead of like, I'm going to step back, you better follow me. You know?
That's good.
It's a,
I haven't done it. Oh, shit. Here. Okay, got it.
Maintaining space, good. Yeah, that's a good game that I used to play a long time ago with the kids, but then they started doing it in the rain, stepping on their person's foot. Try to step on their foot, and they try to step on your foot. Nice. Huh? Check. Nice, there we go. guys are doing really good. Alright, we're gonna go with the slide now. So we'll just stay in that the closed stance. You slide forward, I slide back. 1, 2. 1, alright? So you slide forward and back. Alright, maintain that space. Alright? Know your distance, look at their shoulders and hips. Don't look at their feet, especially since we're focusing on footwork. Don't watch your feet.
All right.
Ready?
Don't matter. I'm good.
We're gonna switch sides in a second. Do about 10 and then switch sides.
Oh, yeah. I lost my figure.
Huh? Nice.
Nice.
This will greatly help you with your reaction. Any reaction.
I'm trying to push you back one more time.
Move that. Get out of the way. Remember, if you move your upper body but you keep your leg there, you're still anchored to that spot. It's easier to get your whole body out of the way, then lean if you need to. You guys get close to the mirror. Alright, switch sides, switch legs, switch position, yeah. Nice. Yeah, nice. Thanks.
That was slow.
Nice. You're good, you're good.
There we go.
You're good.
See, Asia can't help it now. She's just starting to kind of bounce a little bit. Yeah, she's like, yeah. Taekwondo comes in. The spirit of Taekwondo. All right, fantastic, good. So now the next one is a little different. This one, there has to be an aggressor and just somebody being defensive, okay, instead of just going back and forth. All right, so Paola is going to stay right leg fighting stance. She's going to stay with her right leg back. She's going to come straight in, and I'm going to pivot here. Okay, all right, so that's what we're doing. She's coming aggressively. Pretend, hold on one second. Yeah, there you go. I was going to say, pretend you have a weapon in your hand. This is my shield arm, and then hack at their face as much as you can. All right, so go for sure. Keep your track of your numbers. Just 1. Move to the side. Okay. All right, let's go.
So we're just going straight forward.
Yeah,
You
one
just
person's
go
going.
forward.
One person's going
Like,
straight
side
in.
will be
The other-
back.
We're gonna put
So you can like step.
We'll put weapons in our hands a little bit. I mean, you know what? We can just do it now. If you guys want to grab something.
I was saying,
Yeah, it might as well
I feel weird throwing punches
without something in your hand. Yeah.
But
We're gonna do today. We're gonna do because I wanted to do punches. We're gonna do it without weapons, and then we're gonna do the same drills or combinations with the weapons. So that way it's like, oh wait, I can't do it the way I was doing it. You know? 'Cause- all right, let's go. Yeah. Did you make this new? I didn't make this one, but I wrapped it myself.
Oh, I thought you said make it out of steel.
No. No, it's because I did like a sukumaki wrap or whatever it's called
Yeah.
for like the katana swords on the handle, so it feels really good. And all right.
I'm trying to attack.
That was the first time I ever did it. My hands were so raw.
Huh?
There's more
Yeah,
stuff.
but no, you should have.
You should have one too.
Oh, me
Everybody
too?
should just get a
Okay.
weapon. Yeah, just get a weapon. Here we go. Yeah, that was a super light one that I beat so many people down. Okay.
You do?
And I wrapped the handle the same
Oh,
too.
yeah, that is very.
And it's longer too.
All right.
I prefer heavier though, because.
Yeah.
But no,
But for the foam
water-
thingy, yeah, it was like fast.
Oh man, I can't imagine.
Nice.
So I'm going to just push it out here, right?
Yeah, stepping forward.
Yeah. I'm trying my weak side and I'm getting off that.
Yeah, Yeah, and this work. So Asia just helped me. I was just about to say it, but she did it anyway, so it was good. This works against people who are just stepping in long or sliding in, especially if they have a shield arm, right? They don't really want to change up their feet. So you're just getting out of the way. And one will help you with their back, you know, because you get their back more than the other. So if they're sliding in a lot,
Especially if
more
they're-
likely, yeah, they get their back.
Try-
If they
take
step
this
in,
video
they're more
and
likely to
just practice
recenter,
following
that's
through.
fine, but they're
Once you
taking
just
that extra
really get
time
that target.
to travel that distance, right? If they're coming in here,
Mhm.
they're at
Yeah,
a greater,
you can hit my
greater
shield or my
disadvantage
shoulder.
when you can take their back, right? But when you
Just good
angle off.
practice.
From here, it's literally just.
Okay, so after
Yeah,
this number
exactly.
again, yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
All right, Dawn, your
aim
turn.
aim for my back, yeah. Just a good solid, doesn't have to be hard, but just. Yeah. So,
See, now
that's
you're
it.
using
Yeah,
the
that's
good
also,
example,
say
cut
so
it to the
quick.
side. So
All
we're doing
it
sit,
is just.
right?
Yeah.
Which is good
Right.
sit, but
And
because
you
of
don't
the
have
side
to
difference
just-
now, now you're using the advanced one where you're moving off and keeping your space, so it's
Step
perfect. see?
of data is a little bit wider because
Yeah.
you're kind of doing
Yes,
having to do
exactly.
this. Good.
So,
Oh,
you go.
how we do it?
yeah, there you go.
This one,
That's
this one makes
switch
sense.
it, switch it. Yeah, that's when you use
Oh, is
elbow.
that, I don't know.
But we'll
I
do
don't know,
those
and
in the
then-
next, so
I'm
that
not
we
sure,
get
so-
some focus on this one first.
Are we sliding to the side or?
You can. So I was just telling them, because the size difference, if there's a significant difference in size, cutting to the side, sliding to the side would be more efficient. But if you want to maintain striking distance, if you want to maintain grappling distance, just pivot, right?
Yeah,
And then just grab them right away.
Because I was telling her to throw like once she got out of the way, throw like a shot,
Exactly.
but don't make it where too close
Something
to
you
it.
would
So then cut to the side if you're
Yeah.
if you're striking.
Yeah,
So
because I was trying to pivot in, but I noticed that I was like,
yeah,
I cannot
two different steps were essentially the same.
You're evading and setting up.
Yeah,
whatever-
but they're for
So
whatever
you
you want to set up.
clean
You want to
off.
set up a grab,
So you want to
cut
swing it to the side,
or
you're already gone.
pivot in.
It's good.
You want to, yes, you want to hit that
Go into
cut to
your
the
hand,
side. Yeah.
tucking
Just
in.
whatever feels good, it doesn't have to be.
Exactly. It's all you're feeling.
Good, yeah, better.
I lose my form.
Uh-huh.
But don't make a back stance.
You, don't start off
So you're
balance.
going and
Keep
like,
your balance. Come on.
like don't do that, right? Just cut to the side. It's here, like
You're like
long
this,
stance
flat.
instead, right? Okay, go.
Spring up,
Turn your hips more.
balls to your feet.
There you go. That's better.
Good.
That's better.
Good, good. Look at this.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Exactly. See them coming forward. And
Nice. No, you're all fine.
Remember,
You're
make
all
sure you
fine.
practice both sides.
There's no
please.
power.
If I do this, I'm not moving, I'm just throwing.
Yeah.
Come on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, come on with like a shield punch. Face. Follow switch feet.
What? Huh?
I don't know. Never mind.
Good.
Good, you got it.
I didn't
You
know
got
if
it.
you.
I was late, that's
How
why I
many
did
times
that.
have you gone that way? Try.
I don't know.
Practice the other
Oh,
side.
okay.
You know what I mean?
Alright, yep.
You don't
And
want
you
to
can still be done with a weapon strike or a shield
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could do that or
Okay,
swoop
this is
this way.
awkward. Okay.
So this,
I should
okay,
be able to do
stay-
both.
yeah. So do it in two steps, so stay where you are once you move, so move.
Ah, good job.
Yeah, okay, now, where do you want your sword to
You
be?
okay?
Yeah, if you're right here, then you can still, you can do this. It doesn't do much,
Whack them in the
but
back of the thighs.
yeah.
Not
and
in the
then-
butt, like in the butt, even though.
I'm slow right now.
I know.
You gain the
Just crank.
No.
Right?
But yeah, it just
Side
it
step?
keeps your brain
Yeah,
like
okay.
kind of thing, because it's not just 1, 2, it's 1, 2, 3.
Exactly.
So I was saying like, because right now like when she was moving, she's back here.
Oh, I'm too
which
slow.
is
What
fine,
are you
you can do
talking
that,
about?
or you can
Oh,
do that
I'm
and
too
then
slow.
follow
Or
through.
just follow, yeah, step
Or
in,
just
grab.
run it and then-
Yeah, you know how I'm always saying like, think of what you would do once you do this
Retaliate.
footwork, and then people are always, you guys, you do it too. Like
when
you
you
think of like the
sidestep,
next kick and
yeah.
the same thing, but instead of just like kicks,
Transition.
it's the next strike or the next grab,
Yeah.
right?
For the
What
other
is
attack, for the counter
what
attack.
is the position you're going to allow you to do after that?
Yep.
Is that right now, like, I feel like awkward with the sword because I'm not used to holding anything.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's like-
okay. That's what
When I
I
move,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Look, all of a sudden,
sudden,
all of a
Yeah.
sudden, it's an
Yeah.
Slow though,
ah,
yeah.
to the side or
Yeah,
whatever, you know,
exactly.
you can think of it that way too.
So,
Just
and that's
grab,
why-
even if you don't want to strike this way.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, it's okay. I mean,
but it's good to have it so you get used to it.
yeah, that is actually a good point. You're a weapon perfect, but it's good to just have it in your mind like 1, 2, 3.
Some Nancy.
What you can do after that. So. And it actually does the two hands.
This
so
moment
it
could
doesn't
make or break, well, not only the
So,
entire match,
let's do that.
but
Just two hands.
this exchange, right?
So,
You know,
yep.
you're like, okay,
Okay, does that
I
feel better a little
guarantee
bit?
from what I've
I
watched,
know, this isn't like
very
anything,
rarely
but I
people are
just have that
training
habit doing it as it is.
Yeah.
this type of movement. They're more focused on, I'm gonna hit it, I'm
Yeah.
gonna bash everything, not like,
Very few counterattacks.
not like,
Yep.
and I don't see too many people taking advantage
Step,
of the strikes. It's like,
make
oh, just
sure
let it
that you're
strike, but I
stepping
can
and
do it.
then.
That's a huge
getting
oppor,
at what
it's
the
not
knot
a
is like.
huge, it's
Not
not,
a point of
yeah, I'm like, that's a huge opportunity to
Yeah.
take advantage of. They're committing to hitting
Aim
you.
for my
So
back
why
of
not
my
take
thigh.
advantage of, even if it's
Ready?
to get the position to grapple? I would say, yeah, when you hit them back, make
Alright,
yourself
you
look
can
good
hit
and
me.
grapple,
It's
right?
seriously
But
different.
get out of the way, something.
Ready?
Plus, if we decide, if anybody decides that they wanna do duels or
Aim
something,
for my
you're
shoulder.
getting used to moving out of the way.
Shoulder
Right.
blade, whatever.
You're now you're thinking point wise.
Uh-huh.
Get out of the way.
Good.
And I'm sorry, some people hit pretty
Shoulders
hard.
again.
I don't wanna get hit with certain things by certain people. And so I would try my best to get out of the way.
I can't wait.
Plus, armor too expensive. You don't
Shoulders
wanna
are
be-
good because it often transfers to
Look at
the
all the dents I
spine.
have. I wanna go, look at how many dents I don't have.
Alright.
Speaking of which, another $2,000, I got my armor.
Woo.
Be ready.
Oh.
Full kit ready.
Yep.
Now we gotta
You
do
know when
pictures.
it's gonna come in?
As soon as I throw them the money, it's gonna take 6 weeks to ship.
You know what? You know what'd be cool, like the fighter profile for the website, when everybody has their kit.
Yeah.
You do a picture without the helmet, then one with the helmet, so they
Yes.
kinda can see you, what you
I mean,
look
just
like.
slideshow for
That'd
each
be so
profile,
awesome.
you know, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do need to get a banner, and like,
Definitely
like hang it up in here,
product.
and then take your pictures in front of it and stuff. But whatever, anyways, just, don't mind, just wondering.